The Bible speaks about these foolish virgins because it illustrates believers. Inside the house today, we have 50% of people who are prepared for Christ. And inside the house, we have 50% of people who are not prepared for Christ. These people were 10. 5 of them were prepared. 5 were not prepared. And you guess what? There is something in common between the 10. What is common? They were in the same place, sleeping almost in the same place, the same environment. What was common is that all of them had the lamp. What is common with all of us here? We go to the same church. What is common with all of us here? We have Jesus Christ, the same one. But the Bible speaks about the light that comes from the lamp. At one point in time, the lamp never had the light, and the other lamp had the light. I hope all of us can see the difference. That in the room, one room had the light, another room was full of darkness. Yet the lamp is there. Jesus can be there, but there is darkness because we are not willing enough to allow the lamp give the light. I'm talking to someone today here who comes to St. Barnabas. It is good to belong here. It is good and important thing to belong. But it's another thing to allow the light of God shine through you. It is one thing to confess baptism, to confess confirmation, to confess all the things about the tradition of Anglican Church. But it's another thing to allow the lamp of God shine inside you. Jesus said, I am the light of the world, and whoever comes to me, will never stumble. And I'm talking to believers today here, because there are those who say there is no problem. As long as I go to church, as long as I have the lamp, as long as I know Jesus, that is enough. Yesu Kristo ndiye taa, na hii taa haiwezi kuwaka bila mafuta. Roho Mtakatifu lazima akushukie. Imefika wakati kanisa tuambiane, ni kweli unaweza kuwa na Yesu, uwe na hiyo taa umeishikilia, lakini ile taa haina maana kama haina mafuta. The Holy Spirit of God must lead you for you to have the light. Papers, they are very good. I have them in the house there. Books are very good. Interact with books. Have a lot of information. It's very good. But I'm talking about allowing the Holy Spirit of God to lead you, even amidst you having papers and position. All these things are temporal. They are not of importance. But when the Holy Spirit leads you, your life takes shape. Your life takes shape. The best fuel today is the Holy Spirit. Jesus said, I'm not leaving you orphan. I'm leaving you with a helper. And Jesus said, this helper will remind you the following things. John says, atawakumbusha kuhusu dhambi na utakatifu. Pamefika mahali, young people present here, and the older people present here, and even I myself, we talk about sin. Because sin is real. And sin is finishing the church. Jesus said the Holy Spirit will remind you about sin and righteousness. Sin and righteousness. Sin does not change. Immorality is sinful. Stealing is sinful. Insults are sinful. It doesn't change. There's no better way to put it. Jesus said, I have been with you, but now I'm leaving you with the Holy Spirit. He will remind you about sin and righteousness. He will remind you about judgment. Jesus told the disciples, you'll not be alone. The Holy Spirit is coming. But he will remind you about judgment. And he said, he will awaken your conscience. When you have the Holy Spirit of God inside you, wakati unakuwa na Roho Mtakatifu wa Mungu ndani yako, utakuwa mtu mwenye utofauti. Utakuwa mtu ambaye utakuwa na utofauti. Utawaza kitofauti. Utaongea kitofauti. Utatenda kitofauti. Utavaa kitofauti. Mienendo yako ni ya kitofauti. University watakujua wewe ni mtu mwenye utofauti. Wazazi watakujua wewe ni mtu mwenye utofauti. Majirani watakujua ni mtu mwenye utofauti. Kanisa itakujua ni mtu mwenye utofauti. Utakuwa ni mtu mwenye utofauti. Utakuwa ni mtu ambaye future yako ni future ya kipekee, kwa sababu Roho Mtakatifu wa Mungu anakuongoza.